Hello everyone, Information Box Ticket Lifestyle brings you Anatomy and Physiology, Unit 1, The Body as a Whole. This is the continuation of organization levels in the body. Today we will talk about levels of organization. Before you begin the study of structure and function of the human body and its many parts, it is important to think about how the parts are organized and how they might logically fit together and function effectively. As you can see in this figure, it illustrates the differing levels of organization that influence body structure and function. First, we will talk about at chemical level, which is the basis for life. You can note in this figure that organization of body begins at the chemical level. There are over 100 different chemical building blocks of nature called atoms. These are tiny spheres of matter so small that they are invisible. Every material thing in our universe, including the human body, is composed of atoms. Combination of atoms form larger chemical aggregates called molecules. Molecules in turn often combine with other atoms and molecules to form larger and more complex chemicals called macromolecules. The unique and complex relationships that exist between atoms, molecules, and macromolecules in living material form a semi-fluid matrix-type material called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the essential material of human life. Maintaining the type of chemical organization in cytoplasm required for life requires the expenditure of energy. Kindly don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Now let's head to organelle level. Chemical constituents may be organized within larger units called cells to form a variety of structure called organelles. Organelles may be defined as collections of molecules organized in such a way that they can perform an individual function. It is the sum property of these structures that allows cell to live. Organelles cannot survive outside the cell, but without organelles, a cell could not survive either. More than 24 organelles have been identified. A few examples include mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, which provides the energy needed by the cell to carry on day-to-day functioning, growth, and repair. Number 2. Golgi apparatus, which provides a packaging service to the cell by storing material for future internal use or for export from the cell. And number 3. Endoplasmic reticulum, the transport channel within the cell, which act as highways for the movement of chemicals. In the upcoming videos, we will further learn about these and their functions. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now we will head to the cellular level. The characteristics of life ultimately result from a hierarchy of structure and function that begins with the organization of atoms, molecules, and macromolecules. Continued organization resulting in organelles is the next organizational step. However, when viewed from the perspective of an anatomist, the most important function of the chemical and organelle levels of organization is to furnish the basic building blocks and specialized structure required for the next higher level of body structure, the cellular level. Cells are the smallest and most numerous structural units that possesses and exhibit the basic characteristic of living matter. You might be thinking, how many cells are there in the body? One estimate places the number of cells in a 150-pound adult human body at 1 quadrillion. Each cell is surrounded by a membrane and is characterized by a single nucleus surrounded by cytoplasm that contains the numerous organelles required for specialized activity. Although all cells have certain features in common, they specialize or differentiate in order to perform unique functions. For example, fat cells, which are structurally modified to permit the storage of lipid material. As you can see in this figure, the specialized cells line the tubes of the respiratory tract. They secrete mucus and are covered by hair-like projection called cilia. These cells help protect the respiratory tract from inhaled dust and other contaminants. Muscles, bone, nerves, and blood cells are other examples of structurally and functionally specialized cells. Kindly show your support by subscribing to my channel. It will be very helpful for me. Tissue level. As you can see in this diagram, the next higher level of organization beyond the cell is the tissue level. Tissues represent another step in the progressive or hierarchical organization of living matter. By definition, a tissue is an organization of a great many similar cells that are specialized to perform a certain function. Tissue cells are surrounded by varying amounts and kinds of non-living intercellular substances or the matrix. There are four major or principal tissue types. Number 1, epithelia. Number 2, connective. Number 3, muscles. And number 4, nervous. Considering the complex nature of the human body, this is a surprisingly short list of major tissues. Each of the four major tissues, however, can be subdivided into a number of specialized subtypes. Together, the body tissues are able to meet all of the structural and functional needs of the body. The tissue used as an example in figure, as you can see, is a specialized type of epithelia that lines the tube of the respiratory tract. There are several types of epithelia tissues. Some are specialized to form sheets that cover the body's surface, whereas other types line body cavities or protect the passageways of the respiratory or digestive tracts. The details of tissue structure and function will be discovered in next videos. Organ level. Organs are more complex units than tissues. An organ is an organization of several different kinds of tissues, so arranged that together they can perform a special function. For example, each lung is an example of organization at the organ level. Muscle and specialized connective tissues form the many tubes that convey air. Epithelia tissues line the microscopic air sac, and nervous tissue permit control of airflow and muscular contraction. Tissue seldom exist in isolation. Instead, joined together they form organs that represent discrete but functionally complex operational units. Each organ has a unique shape, size, appearance, and placement in the body, and each can be identified by a pattern of tissues that forms it. The lungs, heart, brain, kidneys, liver, and spleen are all examples of organs. System level. Systems are the most complex of the component organizational units of the body. The system level of organization involves varying number of kinds of organs so arranged that together they can perform complex functions for the body, functions designed to meet specialized needs. 11 major systems compose the human body: integumentary, skeletal, muscular, nervous, endocrine, circulatory, lymphatic or immune, respiratory, digestive, urinary, and reproductive. Systems that work together to accomplish the general needs of the body will be described in next. Outer protection. The skin or integumentary system is crucial to survival. Its primary function is protection. It protects underlying tissue against invasion by harmful microorganisms, bar entry of most chemicals, and minimizes mechanical injury of underlying structures. In addition, the skin serves to regulate body temperature, synthesizes important chemicals and hormones, and functions as a sophisticated sense organ. The integumentary system includes the skin and its appendages like hair, nails, and specialized glands, as you can see in this figure. The study of integument and its disease is called dermatology. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that I can reach my goal. The skeletal system consists of bones and related tissues such as cartilage and ligaments that together provide the body with a rigid framework for support and protection. In addition, the skeletal system, through joints or articulation, makes movement possible. Bones also serve as reservoir for mineral storage and function in hematopoiesis or blood cell formation. Individual muscles are the organs of the muscular system. In addition to voluntary or skeletal muscles, which has the ability to contract when stimulated and are under conscious control, the muscular system also contains smooth or involuntary muscles and the cardiac muscles of the heart. Muscles not only produce movement or maintain body posture but are also responsible for generating heat required for maintenance of a constant core temperature. Now we will discuss about the communication, control, and integration. For the body to function as a whole, its various structure must be coordinated and regulated. As you can see in this figure, the nervous and endocrine system accomplish this vital task. The brain, spinal cord, and nerves are the organs of the nervous system. The primary functions of this complex system include communication, integration, and control of body functions. These functions are accomplished by the generation, transmission, integration, and recognition of specialized nerve impulses. It is the nerve impulse that permits the rapid and precise control of diverse body functions. Elements of nerve systems serve to recognize certain stimulus such as light, pressure, or temperature which affect the body. Nervous impulses may then be generated to convey this information to the brain, where it can be analyzed and where appropriate action can be initiated. Nerve impulses also cause muscles to contract and glands to secrete. Neurology or neurobiology is a branch of science that deals with the nervous system and its disorders. Our next system is the endocrine system. The endocrine system is composed of specialized glands that secrete chemicals known as hormones directly into the blood. Sometimes also called ductless glands, the organs of the endocrine system perform the same general function as the nervous system, namely communication, integration, and control. The nervous system provides rapid, brief control by fast-traveling nerve impulses, whereas the endocrine system provides slower but longer-lasting control by secretion of hormones. The organs that are acted on and respond in some way to a particular hormone are referred to descriptively as target organs. Hormones are the main regulator of metabolism, growth, and development reproduction, and many other body activities. They play roles of the utmost importance in such areas such as fluid and electrolyte balance, acid-base balance, and energy metabolism. The pituitary gland, pineal gland, hypothalamus, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenal, pancreas, ovaries, testes, thymus, and placenta all function as endocrine glands. The study of endocrine glands and their hormones is called endocrinology. Kindly show your support to this channel by subscribing to my channel. Transportation and defense. For all the body's cells to derive the benefits of specialized organ functions, intake of food and output of waste, for example, a network must exist to permit distribution of substances back and forth between the organ or system level and the cellular level. Thus, hormones produced by the endocrine system, for example, could reach the cells of the skeletal system as needed. The body's distribution network is the cardiovascular system. The immune response, the body's defense mechanism, uses the cardiovascular and lymphatic system of the body, which you can see in this figure. First, we will look upon the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system consists of the heart and a closed system of vessels called arteries, veins, and capillaries. As the name implies, blood contained in the circulatory system is pumped by the heart around a closed circle or circuit of vessels as it passes through the body. The primary function of the cardiovascular system is transportation. The need for an efficient transportation system in the body is obvious. Critical transportation needs include movement of oxygen and carbon dioxide, nutrients, hormones, waste products, and other important substances on a continuing basis. Now let's look upon the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is composed of limbs, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and specialized lymphatic organs such as thymus and spleen. The function of the lymphatic system include movement of fluids and certain large molecules such as proteins from the tissue spaces surrounding the cells to the blood, and movement of fat-related nutrients from the digestive tract where they are absorbed back to a general circulation. Immune response is innatively involved with lymphatic tissue. However, instead of a grouping of specialized organs, the immune system is said to be a functional system. It is composed of specialized cells and molecules that confer protection and resistance to disease. Our ability to resist infections, to fight cancer, and many other types of disease is based on the proper functioning of our lymphatic system and immunity. The study of immune response functions is called immunology. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Processing, regulation, and maintenance. The respiratory, digestive, and urinary systems all contribute to the maintenance of a stable environment for the body's cell. Foodstuffs are broken down into nutrients. Nutrients and oxygen are delivered to cells in exchange for waste products which are eliminated. These processes are regulated by mechanisms that constantly monitor and respond to the body's internal conditions. With the start of respiratory system, the organs of the respiratory system include the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Together, these organs permit the movement of air into the tiny, thin-walled sacs of the lungs, which is called alveoli. It is in the alveoli that oxygen from the air is exchanged for the waste product carbon dioxide, which is carried to the lungs by the blood so that it can be eliminated from the body. The next system is digestive system. The main organs of the digestive system include the mouth, pharynx, which is throat, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anal canal. These organs form a tube open at both ends called the gastrointestinal or GI tract. Accessory organs of digestion contribute to the proper functioning of the system but are not a part of the GI tract itself. The accessory digestive organs include teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Food that enters the tract is digested, nutrients are absorbed, and the undigested residue is eliminated from the body as waste material called feces. The scientific study of the GI tract and its diseases is called gastroenterology. Urinary system. The organs of the urinary system includes the two kidneys, the urethra, and the bladder and the urethra. The kidneys function to clear or clean the blood of the many waste products that continually produced by metabolism of foodstuff in the body cells. The kidneys also play an important role in maintaining the electrolyte, water, and acid-base balance in the body. The waste product produced by the kidneys is called urine. Once produced, it flows out of the kidney through the true ureters into the urinary bladder where it is stored. Urine passes from the bladder to the outside of the body through the urethra. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Reproduction and development. The reproductive systems of male and females combine to ensure the conception and development of offsprings, as you can see in this figure. The importance of normal reproductive system function is notably different from the end result of normal function as measured in any other organ systems of the body. The proper functioning of the reproductive system ensures survival not of the individual but of the genetic code. In addition, production of hormones that permits development of characteristics occur as a result of normal reproductive system activity. In male, the reproductive system organs include the gonads, testes which produce sex cells or sperms, a number of genital ducts including the vas deferens and urethra, which is accessory glands which contribute secretion important to reproductive function, such as the prostate gland and the supporting structure including the penis and scrotum genitalia. Functioning together, these structures produce, transfer, and ultimately introduce sperm into the female reproductive tract where fertilization can occur. The female gonads are the ovaries. The accessory organs include the uterus, uterine, fallopian tubes, and vagina. The breast or mammary glands are also classified as external accessory sex organs. The reproductive organs in the female are intended to produce sex cells or ova, receive the male sex cells, permit fertilization and transfer of the sex cells to the uterus, and allow for development, birth, and nourishment of the offspring. Study of the female reproductive system is called gynecology. Lastly, organism level. The living human organism is certainly more than the sum of its parts. It is marvelously integrated assemblage of interactive structure that is able to survive and flourish in an often hostile environment. The human body can not only reproduce itself and effect ongoing repair and replacement of many damaged or aging parts, it can maintain in a constant and predictable way an incredible number of variables required for us to lead healthy, reproductive lives. We are able to maintain a normal body temperature and fluid balance under widely varying We are able to maintain a normal body temperature and fluid balance under widely varying environmental extremes. We maintain constant blood levels of many important chemicals and nutrients. We experience effective protection against disease, elimination of waste products, and coordinated movement, and we correctly and quickly interpret sound, visual images, and other external stimulus with great regularity. These are but a few examples of how the different levels of organization in human organism permits the expression of a characteristic associated with life. As you study the structure and function of the human body, it is too easy to think of each part or function in isolation from the body as a whole. Always remember that you are ultimately dealing with information related to the entire human organism.
Aí fica girando, vai. Como se estivesse vendo mesmo.
Understanding of the structure and function of a single organelle, cell, tissue, organ or organism system. Do not limit your learning to the memorization of facts. Instead, integrate and conceptualize factual information so that your understanding of human structure and function is related not to a part of the body but to the body as a whole. And that's it. Don't forget to give yourself a quick check. 1. List the 7 levels of organization. Number 2. Identify 3 organelles. Number 3. List the 4 major tissue types. And number 4. List the 11 major organ systems. Thank you so much for staying tuned till the end. Kindly don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel.